Everyone thinks airplane windows are rounded because it looks nicer. Wrong. If airplane windows were truly square, those corners could become the most dangerous shape on the entire plane, because up here, pressure is always trying to escape. At 35,000 feet, the air outside is thin and freezing. Inside the cabin, the air is warm and breathable. That difference creates a powerful pressure gap, and the fuselage has to hold it in every second of the flight. Think of the airplane body like a giant aluminum soda can. On every flight, it gets pumped up with pressure. Then it relaxes again when the plane lands. Takeoff, cruise, landing. Over and over for years. Here's the issue. A square window has sharp corners, and sharp corners are stress magnets. In engineering, force doesn't spread evenly around a corner. It concentrates there, like water rushing into a narrow channel. Take a paperclip and bend it in the same spot. The metal doesn't fail in the middle, it fails at the bend. That's stress concentration. Now replace your fingers with cabin pressure, and replace the paperclip with the metal skin of an aircraft. This is called metal fatigue. It's not one big dramatic event. It's tiny damage building up across thousands of pressure cycles. Microscopic cracks often start where stress is highest. And for a square window, that's the corner. Early passenger jets taught engineers this the hard way. When repeated pressurization meets sharp window corners, cracks can form and grow. Not because the plane is weak, but because geometry can amplify stress again and again until it wins. So designers changed the shape. They rounded the corners. They used oval windows. Because a curve spreads stress smoothly, it removes the spike. It gives force nowhere to pile up. And here's the part most people miss. Airplane windows are layered. There's an outer pane that takes the main pressure load. Then other layers for redundancy, insulation, and protection. That thickness you feel isn't luxury. It's engineering. You might ask, why not keep square windows and just add more metal? Because weight is expensive. More weight means more fuel. More fuel means higher costs, less range, and more emissions. A rounded window is a smarter solution, safer geometry, without heavy penalties. And this isn't just about airplanes. If you ever cut a hole in plastic, wood, or metal, don't leave sharp corners. Round the edges. Even a small curve can slow crack growth dramatically, because failures often start at corners, not in the center. So next time you look out a plane window, remember this. That rounded shape isn't style, it's survival math. If you want more small things with big reasons, subscribe.